Welcome, and thank you for joining me for this explainer. Tonight, we're unpacking a truly beautiful, incredibly soothing story, often known to many of us as the forgotten library cat, or the bookshop cat. We're going to dive deep into the source text to discover exactly how this masterclass in slow pacing and rich, warm environments can completely transport us. It builds such a powerful sense of calm and quiet anticipation. So, get comfortable, maybe grab a warm cup of tea, and let's step inside.
We start our journey right in the mood of the piece. The source text doesn't jolt us with high-stakes action. Instead, it offers a gentle, sensory immersion into a rainy November in London. The rain doesn't commit to being dramatic. It just continues, steadily and without apology. It's brilliant, really, how describing that soft, persistent weather immediately sets a relaxing psychological tempo, wrapping you in a peaceful, entirely unhurried rhythm.
Let's look at the premise. We follow 26-year-old Flora Dunor, who unexpectedly inherits a hidden, truly timeless bookshop on Wren's Lane from her grandfather George. But she doesn't just inherit a building and a lease. She inherits an old, very deliberate orange and white cat named Milo. It's this wonderful, immediate transition from the loud, fast-paced modern world into a suspended, quiet pocket of London.
The text does such an incredible job constructing an emotional sanctuary. It uses these intense sensory details to build a feeling of absolute safety. You can almost smell the scent of old paper and leather, right? You can feel the faint residual warmth of a well-used wood fire baked into the walls, see the dark wooden shelves stretching from floor to ceiling, and picture that beautiful amber lamplight glowing on the wet cobblestones outside. It completely wraps us in its cozy embrace, gently telling our nervous system to just let go and relax.
As Flora settles in, I want you to notice how this story builds relaxation through pure repetition. She establishes a daily, deeply comforting rhythm. She lights the coal fire in the grate, makes tea on a small kettle, and watches Milo take his morning post. Creating this unhurried, gentle routine allows Flora, and by extension all of us, to slowly fall into a state of profound peace. It's the mechanics of a slow-paced lifestyle in action, and it feels so incredibly safe.
Now, even the coziest story needs a gentle narrative hook to keep us wandering down the path. That hook arrives when Flora discovers her grandfather's old, green cloth-bound customer ledger. Tucked inside those pages, she finds a safe, incredibly low-stakes mystery about a man named Mr. Edmund Thorne. It's exactly the kind of puzzle you want in this atmosphere. Intriguing, sure, but completely devoid of any anxiety or danger.
The ledger reveals this fascinating little timeline. 7 years ago, Thorne was looking for something but didn't quite know what it was. 4 years ago, he finally found it but wasn't ready to take it. And then, for the last 3 years, her grandfather recorded a single word beside the dates: waited. Now, Flora and Milo are taking over the watch. As I said, it's a mystery with zero danger, just a profound, quiet curiosity. What on earth is this man waiting for?
And what's really beautiful is how this abstract concept of waiting is physically embodied by Milo the cat. Every single morning, Milo sits upright by the lowest shelf. He's not resting. His whole posture is that of a cat actively waiting for something specific, and having waited for some time. The grandfather's quiet patience in the ledger is mirrored so perfectly by the physical vigilance of the shop's furry little guardian.
So, the crucial detail here is that Milo isn't just staring at empty space. Following Milo's deliberate gaze, Flora investigates that lowest shelf right beside the door. She sifts through the section he so carefully guards and pulls out a remarkably heavy, otherwise plain book. And tucked inside its cover, hidden in a small leather pocket, she finds a message.
The handwritten note from her grandfather reads, "This is the one he was looking for. Please keep it for him. His name is Edmund Thorne. He will know it is here." This just brilliantly illustrates the core theme of our text today: incredible trust and deep patience. Her grandfather trusted that a book and its reader would eventually reunite when the time was perfectly right, without ever needing to force it.
All of this quiet anticipation builds to an incredibly gentle climax. It's the third Thursday of November. The steady, soft rain shifts into a heavier, more decisive downpour. And for the very first time in 3 long years, Milo breaks his routine. He moves his post from the wooden shelf directly to the door, sitting just an inch from the wood. It's a subtle but immediate signal that something imminent has finally, naturally arrived.
Right on cue, Edmund Thorne arrives. But what's so telling about this moment is exactly how he arrives.
He's an old man stepping out into heavy rain without an umbrella, without any preparation at all. Why? Because his moment of readiness had suddenly struck him, and he didn't want to waste a single second on practical details. The waiting was simply, beautifully over.
Mr. Thorne's words to Flora when he steps inside are just striking. He says, "I knew it was here. I have known for 4 years. I simply was not ready." This so perfectly captures the core philosophy of this text. True readiness isn't something you can manufacture or rush. It is a profound internal shift that must simply be honored when it finally arrives, no matter how many years it takes.
And we literally get to see the narrative's gentle tension resolve right through Milo. For 3 years, his posture was upright, attentive, and waiting. But the very moment Mr. Thorne leaves with that heavy book, Milo's vigil instantly transforms. He sits loose, comfortable, his eyes half closed in the warmth of the shop. The job is done. The cycle is completely and peacefully resolved.
To finalize this beautiful resolution, Flora goes to the ledger. She officially concludes her grandfather's life work by recording the end of the wait. She writes, "Mr. Edmund Thorne came ready," blending her smaller, slightly less certain handwriting right below his. It is such a quiet, beautiful passing of the torch.
So, the crucial takeaway from this explainer is a total redefinition of how we think about time and the decisions we make. Readiness isn't manufactured. It's not forced. It's a state of being that simply arrives naturally, much like the changing of a season. The grandfather's job was simply to hold that warm, safe space until the arrival finally happened.
As the story transitions from the soft gray rain of November into the colder, more precise weather of December, Flora makes her own quiet choice. The warmth of the shop, the soothing purr of Milo on her lap, and this profound lesson in patience all solidify her decision to stay. She isn't just inheriting a shop anymore. She is becoming its true, loving custodian.
The text leaves us with this truly profound realization. Some things found the right person eventually. It was the bookseller's job simply to keep them until that happened. Her grandfather's real legacy isn't just a physical building or a collection of old books. It's the quiet, steadfast faith that if you curate a space carefully enough, and if you pay close attention, the right connections will happen entirely in their own time.
As we bring our explainer to a close tonight, I want to leave you with a gentle question to ponder. What are you patiently waiting for, and are you trusting the arrival of your own readiness? In a fast world that constantly demands instant results, maybe we can all learn a little something from the quiet, peaceful patience found in Wren's Lane. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this wonderful text. Take a deep breath, trust your timing, and I'll catch you in our next explainer.